I've got Luke Hawkins here, who's wrestling. Well, he's not wrestling. I was wrestling with my Fisher and Paykel. It's a 90 centimetre oven, range oven that was giving us all sorts of trouble as we were taking the door off and then, more importantly, putting it back on. I want Luke to actually show us how he got this door on in 3 minutes when we couldn't do it in 3 hours. Take it away, Luke. So, pull down the hinge lock on either side. Now he's going to lift up the door. He has to take it. Notice how Luke has got the hinge lock in this position where it's locked the hinge because it's a spring hinge, and it's very hard for anybody really to pull the hinge open when the door is off. But Luke was able to just sort of keep that in position by using this hinge lock here to hold the spring back in place. If that's not in place, Luke, what are they going to have to do?
Swear a lot.
Okay, but what happens, Luke? How did you do it? Because people are going to have to see how it was done. Can you show us?
You have to use a lot of strength to overcome that spring,
right, and
push that cam down.
Okay,
so but it's best to do it before you actually take the door out because it's not designed.
All right, Luke, can we show them? Can you take one off? Can you take the cam off? And would you be able to? Okay, so here
you just put pressure there.
Yes.
That cam folds there.
Yes, and what happens to the hinge now?
It'll come straight back because the spring is very strong.
Okay. Do you think you'd be able to put that hinge back in its position if the cam was out of place? Do you reckon you could do it one more time?
What? Put the
so leave the hinge at 90 degrees.
No, it won't happen because the thing is you have to have this at this angle for that little divot.
I understand. But if somebody's already made the mistake and the hinge is now at 90 degrees, can you show them what to do?
If it's at 90 degrees,
yeah,
you will need...
Okay, so here we go. If you make this mistake and this cam
you want something to protect your hand.
Now, you mentioned, look at that.
That spring is very, very strong.
Very strong.
So, and protect your hand.
Right.
And lever that back.
Right, you're using the back of your remote.
Yeah.
And you've got the hinge going down and just locking it into place.
And ideally you want it in the metal because that's just a bit of plastic. And if it pops off, then you'll
ruin your plastic as well. Okay.
So yeah, and obviously do your cleaning.
Yeah, so we did this for 3 hours yesterday. Couldn't get it back on. And
in your oven, you've got a little thing there.
Yes.
That it rests on both sides. So that little divot sits in that slot there.
Okay, so that there.
Yeah.
Is going to sit in on that slot there. All right. Thanks, Luke.
And then go in.
This is the only way in which the door can go in. It's a heavy door. It's got 3 glass panes in it.
You'll hear a little click as it rests in.
All right.
And then gently go down, all the way down.
Right.
Fold your cams back in.
Right. Good.
And then...
And what we couldn't do in 3 hours, because of Luke's wrestling in the past, he's done that in 3 minutes. And I don't want anybody to go through what I went through. So, happy cleaning your glass doors?
It's mostly the same for most ovens.
Right.
They all have slightly different methods, but the system is pretty similar.
Thanks, Luke.